You give my man the antidote right now. And you better hope for your sake it's not too late.
John Wayne! American macho.
On a high-stakes mission to find test subjects for Dr. Scott's cure, Commander Chandler takes all his best men inland, just in case they come across a problem or two. I wonder if they did. Welcome to the top 5 moments from the episode, followed by the overall verdict.
Oh, God! Set perimeter! I got you.
Listen to me, son. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna hurt.
Oh, God!
As Chandler's team heads upriver alone, one of the crew steps on a spike trap, and as they look to secure the perimeter, their position was already compromised.
Ambush! He's dead! Hold your fire! Hold your fire!
I'm guessing you must be El Toro.
I am indeed. And who do I have the pleasure of talking to?
Tom Chandler, U.S. Navy.
Chandler and the team are brought to El Toro, the leader of this little community going on here. El Toro and Chandler begin their war of words together to see who would stand down first.
You can let us give your man the help he needs, or you can continue with your, impotent threats. You decide.
This cannot stand.
Sir, with all due respect.
I know it's not our mission, and I don't care. We cannot leave those people like that.
From a command standpoint, this wasn't a great decision, but from a badass standpoint, it certainly was. After seeing the shocks and slavery going on within the village, Commander Chandler turns the boat around to make sure that when they save the world, that it's still something that's worth saving.
Sir?
We came to hunt. I counted 13 guards, 7 in the tent compound, 4 in the village.
2 on the perimeter. At night they might up the ante.
After deciding to turn back immediately to go and help the people in the village, it was 3 versus 13. But that certainly didn't stop them from kicking some serious ass and getting some cool stealth kills at the same time.
So rush me! Come on! Huh?
After El Toro is dealt with, the leadership is then passed to the former governor, who rightly states that the village is not his, it's for them all to share and live in together.
This place is yours now.
Not mine. Ours.
My overall verdict for this week's episode of The Last Ship is an 8 out of 10. This week for me was a good improvement over last week's episode. We had the 1 episode villain in the form of El Toro, played by Jose Zuniga, who brought a vile and twisted side to the high stakes mission at hand. Luckily, Dr. Scott had already been sent back to the ship, since the crew's first attempt at finding the monkeys was beaten back straight away by the infected in the area. And El Toro wasn't just your stereotypical villain either. He was actually pretty smart, calling Chandler's bluffs on more than one occasion, whilst pushing the question of why the captain and his crew were really there.
We use red during the day and green at night.
I believe green communicates all is good, and red means danger.
The big moment of the episode came in a moral dilemma of whether or not Chandler and his team should go back to help the people. Logic and sense dictated that with the monkeys and the mission complete, they should at least get back to the ship first, then return with backup later on. But Mike and Chandler universally agreed. They turned the boat around and headed straight into a rumble in the jungle. It's a decision of which you could see both sides of the argument of. Returning at a later time meant that El Toro and his men would be ready for an assault, and that could lead to more casualties, where going back straight away, they had the element of surprise, but at that time they would be risking the commander and XO of the ship. You could see the pain on the crew's faces at the end as well. They had just saved a whole village from El Toro and his men, but could do nothing to help the infected that grouped up along the shoreline. Hopefully Dr. Scott will sooner rather than later have a cure worked up, so that in the future, people like that might not have to be left behind. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next week.